Good morning, teachers. Today we are going to discuss about 7th period topic from the lesson How do organisms reproduce. The topic for this period is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. In this period we are going to discuss about parts of a flower, pollination, self and cross, and fertilization. Dear teachers, you can see 3 types of diagrams on the board. You also can draw these diagrams on the board and can explain. Then the child can understand the matter easily. So I hope this video will help to you to get success in the classroom. Now first of all we are going to discuss about parts of a flower. On the screen we can see this flower. This year you have to draw this flower only, not the other flower. So in this flower we can see a pedicel, sepals, petals, stamens, pistil. These are the parts of a flower. Stamens are the male reproductive parts and pistil is the female reproductive part. So you know that those are participating in the fertilization purpose. And petals are there, they are for attracting the insects for pollination with its scents and color. Sepals protect the internal parts of the flower at the bud stage. Pedicel gives protection to or support to entire parts of the flower. So these are the functions of the different parts of a flower. Now let us discuss about pollination, that is self-pollination and cross-pollination. Pollination means transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of a flower. Self-pollination. In this picture it is very clear to you, my dear teachers. You please observe this picture very clearly. Self-pollination means if the pollen grains reaches from anther to stigma of the same flower or another flower of the same plant, it is called self-pollination. But cross-pollination means the transfer of pollen grains from anther of the flower to stigma of the other flower of the other plant of the same species. This is called cross-pollination. Next, at the last one, fertilization. In fertilization, we can see the pollen grains transfer from anther to stigma. In third picture, it is very clear, my dear teachers. Pollen grains are sitting on the stigma and they germinate there and form a pollen tube. That pollen tube passes through the style and enters into the ovary. Inside the ovary, ovule is there. This pollen tube enters into the ovule and gets fertilized with the egg. So egg develops into embryo. That embryo slowly divides and forms into seeds. That seed forms 2 coats above it, and ovary develops into fruit. So these are the different types of changes that takes place after fertilization. My dear teachers, at the end you have to discuss about one activity, that is a germination activity. Soak the Bengal gram seeds in water for overnight, and next day you transfer them into the wet cloth and sprinkle water on them now and then, and next day, second day, we can observe a sprout from the seed. If you break that sprout into 2 cotyledons, then in the middle we can see embryo, or otherwise called future plant. So these are the things you have to discuss in the 7th period of how do organisms reproduce. This video will help to you, my dear teachers. So thank you very much.